Welcome in, all my friends. Lazy Retired Granny here. Today's date is Tuesday, August 29th, 2023. The time is now 7:54 a.m. This is the fourth time I have tried to do this video. Oh my gosh. What a nightmare this morning with my camera. I don't even remember what I've said and haven't said and blah, 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 blah. Wasn't anything of importance, but yeah. So I am continuing to work on painting number 8 of 12 of a mystery pack that I received from Amazon last year. And I do one painting a month throughout the year. So this is number 8, my August painting. I did complete the lower portion. Sorry, this is jerking around. Her face didn't turn out, real good, but who cares? So I am working on this section, which is heavy confetti. I have struggled with this painting because it is confetti heavy in places, and it's been very, very difficult for me to see things and blah, blah, blah. But this is confetti heavy, and then this part up here is not. So I'm hoping to complete this and this part today. Yeah, oh boy. So yesterday it did mist for a little bit, just enough to I don't know, not even get the ground wet. It is supposed to rain at 11 o'clock, but it's going to be probably another mist, not really rain. It will not be measurable and probably will not be just enough to know that it's there and evaporate almost immediately. I believe it's supposed to be, let me check. I didn't check the weather this morning. Okay, it's supposed to be 76 degrees today. Wind at 7 miles per hour. A blend of sunshine and clouds with a shower in places this afternoon, which is like I said, about 11 o'clock. So nothing, from what I see out there right now, it's not gonna pour down rain. So what am I doing for? E. But it is going to be cooler, and the forecast, it looks like when I looked yesterday, yeah, we may have a couple days that it gets into the 80s, but mostly, we're going to stay in the 70s, at least until next Tuesday. And they always throw in a little rain, which is not rain. So I'm thinking I probably will be safe in putting the AC to bed. My AC is a roll-around, and It's not one of the window type things. Yeah. And so it's got the vent that attaches to the screen door and blows outside. I bought that, oh my gosh, quite a few years ago. And it works wonderfully. So it keeps it really nice. It's got a bunch of different settings on it. And yeah, I bought it at like Home Depot or Lowe's. I can't remember. And I did buy it off season. And so I did get a good deal on it when I bought it, because everything gets jacked up in price, when summer starts to get here and everybody, they sell out of fans and air conditioners and everything else. And, you're paying top dollar for them. But no, you buy this stuff in the winter time. But yeah, it's nice. It was a good investment for me. And for my small space, in fact, it gets too cold in here when I have it on. So, okay, the one thing that I want to say, just my opinion, I noticed that DP Crazy Lady has been showing some of her stash off because she doesn't want to start the black and white horse that we're going to be doing on September 1st. And she's holding out, but my opinion, she is the hostess with the mostest. And I don't see why she can't get up early and start on it to get us pumped up for when we start ours on the 1st. And because the Diamond Dolls have no rules. You got to do what makes you happy. That's what Sylvia says. I agree with her. So, my opinion is that go for it, DP Crazy Lady. Get going. Go ahead and start it. I don't think it's going to make it any less enjoyable for the rest of us. And we all know when we do these paint along for the Diamond Dolls, we share in the experience of working our canvases. And for me, it's always enjoyable whether who finishes at first or last or whatever. You know what? We just keep getting to enjoy that painting. And like when we did the Penson, we all completed it at different times. I think there's still people still doing it. But you still get to enjoy the canvas, even though, okay, I've completed it, but I got to watch Becky complete hers, and her take on it. And she saw things that I didn't see, which made me appreciate the canvas a little bit, a little bit more. And that water that was brown, yeah, I think we all agreed that that should have been a green or something, or pretty blue, and not mud, because that is what it looked like. And I think it was Becky who said when she looked up the original picture, it was blue, it was not brown. Which, you know what, if I would have known that, I think I would have changed that and made it a greenish or a bluish color. If I knew how to do that. I'm not very good at that, but somebody, I'm sure, could do that. And when we did the moonlight, thank goodness I was behind DP Crazy Lady, because, she noticed the kitties that were blobs, and she changed hers. So I did forget to change one kitty, which was fine. But the other one I could go ahead and change out because that really did not render good. So for me, on doing these same canvases with other friends, I just keep getting to enjoy. I'm hoping somebody else in our group does the moonlight, because I would like to see it done again. And it is a beautiful painting. Plus the advantage of doing this is if you do an error, somebody's gonna notice. Oh my goodness gracious. And also because DP Crazy Lady has all these big canvases and some little ones, and she does diamond paint a lot. She loves it, and I know when you love diamond painting as much as what we do, you can't go a day without diamond painting, let alone a week. It's hard. But I don't know what the rest of you diamond dolls think, but for me, I say go for it. Start that baby DP Crazy Lady. Get us pumped up. Pump me up. Do you remember that from Saturday Night Live? Oh my gosh, that was years ago. Centuries ago. Decades ago, maybe. I remember that saying. Oh my gosh, everybody always said that. Okay, I'm looking for the H's. And I know I'm going to miss a lot because I struggle with confetti that is all the same colors, kind of. And our diamond dolls, we do not race. It's not, who can get this done first? Oh, you've only got a month to get this done. No, you got your lifetime to finish it. You go at your own pace. Just a really fun way to interact with people doing the same thing. So, Ellie is limping, and we checked her back leg, and we checked her over really good, and didn't find anything like stuck in her paw or, you know, that type of thing. And then we did a complete exam of, you know, her, we felt her hip area and leg, all that. And nothing seemed to be bothering her, you know, that she was in pain. So the only thing that we can figure out is, one, she, because of the weather change, maybe she's got a bit of arthritis, or two, she strained a muscle. So I'm trying to search on the web to get maybe her some medication that would help with that without breaking the bank. Man, they don't give that stuff away. But I know if I take her to the vet, they'll want me to get their prescription, which will be a lot of money. And I wish we had her old vet, because he was really good about not, you know, I'm sure the vets get a kickback from their prescriptions, and he wasn't like that. You know, he would say, oh, you can give her this in the generic form, you know, at Costco, or, you know, at Walmart or whatever. But I don't have confidence in these new vets and the way they kind of do things. So, and because you really can't speak to the vet anymore, you don't get that face-to-face contact, and they get to know you. They just think everybody's rich and have an endless bank account. So I'm keeping an eye on her today. This morning she seems to be doing a little bit better. And she runs, you know, and poops and pees okay. She's eating, she's drinking. And she is 9.5. So, you know, she's slowing down a little bit, just like the rest of us. Part of the aging process. And So just, yeah, but she's still out there barking and jumping and all that. Doesn't bother her that much. If she's still doing that, it's just that when she's done with her high energy whatever it is, then, you know, she slows down and then she limps. So, I don't know. I'm just going to keep an eye on her today. But I am going to go online and I checked with, okay, so these dog medications, for hip and joint pain and inflammation type of thing. I checked it. Okay, so you can get it from Costco. I've checked Chewy, and I checked what was the other place? Now I can't remember. Amazon. But unfortunately, they come in different, you know, like a 24 pack, 150, you know, so it's sometimes hard to figure out the best place to buy the same medicine for less. But plus I need to read, because she's about 80 pounds. So I need to see how many pills to give an 80-pound dog. But I do know the medication, prescriptions at my vet's office is expensive. I wish our old vet was still there. I had a lot of confidence in him. But he went to another non-corporate vet's office. And if it wasn't for the medical plan, I would change vets. Just because you don't, you know, the rapport is not there. You never know who's going to be still working there at the next visit. And the other vet that I really liked, she's gone. Which kind of tells me that, why don't they stick around? What's the issue? Yeah. I know years ago, I used to take my animals to this one vet office, clinic, mill. That's what I call it, the mill. And when I first started going there, it was good, and it was reasonably priced and all that. And well, I took one of my cats in, and they said my cat was infested with fleas. Now, I've had enough cats to know if they're infested with fleas. And when they combed her, they did find one flea. And they said, oh yeah, but we find one and there's going to be a bunch more. And so you're going to have a flea infestation. And so you're going to have to bring all your cats in so we can medicate them and blah, blah, blah. And then, because your home is now infested with fleas, you need to buy this. And then you need to do, buy this because this all needs to be done for flea infestation. Well, all right. Nobody in my house was getting bit by fleas. And yeah. And the only products that, they had all the products there. They were super expensive. And I said, well, let me think about this. So I did get a second opinion. My cat was not infested with fleas. It was during the summer when flea season is at its highest here. And they said it's very common, but just keep, using my flea medication and whatnot on the cats. Keep an eye on it. And that was the end of that. Well, then one of my cats got really sick. And had to be put to sleep. And you know how devastating that can be. And circumstances that day, it was jam-packed out in their waiting room. Somebody had a medical emergency in the waiting room. I mean, it was just awful that day. And so I was not able to be with my cat when she was put down. And then the final straw was when my cat hurt themselves. Another cat I had. And it was kind of an emergency. And they closed at 7 o'clock. And I was there at 6 o'clock. And they said they couldn't see me. I would have to wait and make an appointment. Although my cat was bleeding and blah, blah, blah. And they couldn't see me because I didn't have an appointment. And I had called and said I was on my way, and they said fine. But then they said, oh, well, we had all these other things come in. And so they said, take her across the street. There's a vet over there and see if they can see her, which is my current vet. And I did. They took her back. They got her taken care of. No questions asked. And I changed vets. I was done. Of course, that vet, which we've been going to since then, which is a lot of years. I mean, that was pre-Ellie and everything. And yeah, and what changed was COVID. Yeah, things just went downhill. And I am the type that if I don't get the service that I think we should be getting, I complain to corporate. I've done that before. I mean, I think you heard me complain when we had the dental issues. Yeah, was not happy. My gosh, I'm at 31 minutes already. Wow. Rattling away here about nothing. So I have no other plans today. We don't have, well, I do. I'm going to put the AC away. That'll take me a while because I got to clear a space now for it. So I'm going to get that done, and then I'm going to diamond paint. I want to get this area done. I want to get this confetti done. So yeah. So, yeah, maybe I'll be back later once I get through this confetti. I'm sure I'll have something to ramble about. So thanks for stopping by and keeping me company while I confetti this. All right, talk to you later.